If you know Peter Obi, if you know the leaders of ADC, tag them to this video. I'm saying tag them because my platform is very small, so they may not see it. But if you tag it, they will see it. Or you can send it to them if you have direct contact with them. I'm making this video to show to them how to defeat Tinubu using the Tinubu way legally. But before then, I want you to watch this video by Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Watch it to the end and then you come back. Even if you don't continue, but just watch that Professor Osinbajo video.
In 2007, when our party, then the ACA, was rigged out of elections in Osun, in Ekiti, in Ondo, and in Edo State, I was asked, he invited me to his residence, as Ashiwaju invited me to his residence at Bodilon. And he said to me, the only way by which we can possibly reclaim the states that have been taken away from us by this rigging is going through the courts. And he said to me that the only way is by proving that there was multiple voting. In other words, proving that a few people simply thumbprinted ballot papers, dumped the ballot papers into ballot boxes, and they were counted in favor of the opposition, then of course the PDP. He then said to me that the only way we can do this is by somehow, he says, I don't know how you are going to do it, but somehow proving by forensic evidence that this is exactly what happened. I said to him, I said, Ashiwaju, look, nobody has ever proved an electoral case, an electoral petition by forensic evidence. There's just no history of it. He said, and I said, what is even more? We have over a million ballot papers. If we consider all of the ballot papers in each of these states, there are over a million, or in fact, at the time, there were about 1.3 million ballot papers, putting together all the states. And how can we prove multiple voting? He said, you know, Yemi, I've told you what my own view is. You just go and look for a way of sorting this out. So I went to the UK and met with possibly the most experienced fingerprint expert in the entire United Kingdom, a gentleman called Adrian Forty, introduced to me by some of the QCs who I'd worked with in the UK. And when I told Adrian Forty the enormity of the problem, he laughed and almost fell off his chair. He said, in all my own almost 50 years of experience as a fingerprint expert, I have not even done up to 4,000 fingerprints. You are now saying that I should come and do 1.3 million fingerprints. Come on, I mean, that's almost impossible. Anyway, so we parted that day, that was a Thursday. And then he called me back on a Monday and said, let's talk again about this crazy thing that you had suggested. And we sat and talked about it. And somehow designed a way, he said, of course, we used a bit of technology. But most importantly, we were able to get fingerprint experts. He said to me, he said, the only way is to get the number of fingerprint experts that have never been assembled before. I said, about how many? He said, a minimum of 50 fingerprint experts. In the end, we hired 63 fingerprint experts, 63. 50 of them were from the UK police. What was even more interesting about that was that even to get the UK police to support us, Ashiwaju had to come all the way from Nigeria to come and talk to friends and people who he knew to try and persuade the authorities to let us use the UK police. In the end, they allowed us to, of course, in the spare time of those policemen. And we got an additional 10 policemen. Altogether, 63 policemen working flat out for almost 6 months. We were able to put together for the first time, definitely in the history of electoral petitions anywhere in the world, we were able to put together a solid forensic case that showed that all of the places where we were defeated, it was on account of multiple thumb printing. And we also demonstrated that it was impossible for those who said they voted. For instance, we showed that if you cast 20,000 votes in a particular unit, when we calculated the time that it takes to cast one single vote, it's usually above 5 minutes. But we discovered that our friends in that other political party were able to cast their votes in 5 seconds because all they were doing was simply thumbprinting. They just simply take out a booklet and thumbprint as many as possible. So we were able to demonstrate all of that in court. Cut a long story short, one by one, we were able to get back the states that had been taken away from us. The only way by which that could ever have been achieved is surely not just by the vision, but by the determination of the leader, of our leader at that time. It was, of course, the leader of the ACN at the time. And he showed the kind of leadership that was very, very rare, of course. Not only defining what he thought was the way forward, but also supporting it in every way and backing it to the very end. The last
You have watched it. So what did you see? Boldness, tenacity, vision, not complaints, not banter on social media, not online pools. Action, actions, real life actions. ADC election, Abuja election has just finished. Now, ADC, obedience, they are crying. Oh, Tinubu has rigged the election. Oh, Wike has rigged the election. INEC has rigged the election. Is that what you keep doing every time? Complain, complain, take action. This is the time for Peter Obi and the leadership of ADC to stand up and show that, yes, they are generous. This Abuja election can be overturned legally. It's not simple. Unless ADC did not win the election. Unless the claim that they have it that they won the election is false. Because after the election, according to the process, we know that there is Form EC8, and each party agent have the for Form EC8. They have a copy of it. Are there no agents from ADC that are in the polling unit? Where are their Form EC8? Instead of complaining that, oh, Wike has gone to erase it and mutilate it, where is our own copy? The ADC copy and other political parties, where are their copies? Look at it. If it's a rhyme, if it's the same thing. If it's not the same thing, it's as simple as gone. Okay, fine. That is one layer. What about the other layer? There's ballot sheets, isn't it? People thumbprint, voters thumbprint on the ballot sheet. ADC can apply for a recount. Isn't that not simple? Please bring all the ballot paper of social polling unit. We want to do recount. That one is easy. In the eyes of the world, you will count the ballot paper again and count the votes and see if you truly won. And there is no court that will reject it because the vote that was counted that was written in Form EC8, they are in the ballot paper. So apply for a recount. Okay, so this is not the time to be weeping. Take actions and take it back. Use the Tinubu way to defeat Tinubu legally. Yeah. If you like this video, please subscribe and like it and drop a comment. What do you think? Is my analysis is it correct? Does it make sense? If it makes sense, right? If it doesn't make sense, also tell me that it doesn't make sense.